Hello, good evening. Isn't this thing we call life just funny? Just weird in a way, like funny today? Today I decided to be miserable. Miserable Sunday. And it is just funny to me how much it is in my control, right? How I control to be miserable. I woke up and then I decided today I'm going to be tired and angry. And I'm going to go without eating for 20 hours just to, just for the sake of it. I mean, I like fasting, I like intermittent fasting, but today it's funny how, yes, I have these needs that are not fulfilled and everything, but it is funny how much I decide to be even more miserable. Of course, maybe I told you before, before in other videos, I came back from China, I quit my job. I'm currently staying with my parents. That's not the best position that I want to be, for me. And, I'm doing the job that I don't really, have passion about. And then, staying in Serbia is not, the best place for me and everything. And I want to work. These are the desires and needs that I want to work on and I don't want to let go of. And, of course, I work towards having less desires and having less needs, but these are the needs and desires that I don't want to give up on. The light bulb. So, um, today I decided not to work towards them, but I also decided to make myself even, more miserable or more tired. And it is funny how much it is my perception to be tired and how much it is really, that I feel tired. Um, and I learned that this feeling of tiredness is giving me the perception and motivation to stop, even though maybe, even though sometimes it's good when you feel tired and you feel like hopeless and you want to give up on things. It's good to stop, and that feeling is giving you, the information to stop and rest a bit. But today it was more like an illusion. So it's funny how much it is how much, it's just our thoughts and how much we suffer in our thoughts and our, illusion, and how much is it in our mind and how much is it that we really suffer, that we really are in pain. And I guess today I decided to take the second arrow, the idea and the theme that exists in Buddhism, as far as I understand. Actually, I just woke up and I decided I'm just gonna rest today, do nothing, and see how it goes. But because my character is quite conscientious, and I like to, do things well, and it's hard for me to get rest when I'm resting and doing nothing, and it's not productive and just wasting my time, not doing something productive. It is hard for me, so I wanted to work on that, and that is something that I want to work on. And okay, I decided today, okay, I'm just gonna rest and do nothing. But then my mind is like, oh, what are you doing? You're doing nothing. How can you not do anything the whole day? Do something productive. And it's funny how much is it that all these mental habits, all this character, I don't really control. And the more that I'm more aware of, the more I'm aware of all the illusions I create, and how much all this protection, feeling tired, protecting myself not to get hurt again, because it is hard, it is hard to, I want to go out and socialize, I want to go out and, work towards my needs and desires, to meet a partner, to, work towards getting out of my parents', place, to work on maybe moving abroad or moving to another city or something like that, I want to do all these things, but it's funny how much it is just this my part of character, how much is it protecting myself, and how much is it just illusion, like, oh, I'm tired, I don't want to work towards that because I'm gonna get hurt again. And yeah, that's valid, but also at the same time, how much is it valid? How much valid is it? Hey, so because yes, I'm gonna get hurt, but when you think about it, all this hurt and all this, is it, you know, again my illusion and again my thoughts and everything? Yes, I know, maybe so far, if you have been watching so far, maybe this video is not quite quite concise, but what I want to say is, maybe you want to say that I'm thinking too much and I'm thinking too much about this and that. I just have the time to think, and I think it's okay. Maybe you're not thinking that, maybe you are, but either way, it's good. It's good for me. I like to think about myself and my thoughts, but sometimes it gets too much. And I am also quite extroverted, but the older I get, the more my introverted side starts to work, and I guess, yeah, it is more emphasized or amplified, you would say. So I also thrive in social, you know, situations and being around others, and I need this social connection. But I also realize that at this time and age, it is harder to get this, especially now when I'm working on living authentically and being who I am and being accepted who I am. It is hard to get that. It's hard to get that even between my, closest family members. But that is story for another day, I guess. And I think that's not only about them. It's more about communication and expressing my needs towards them and being authentic and explaining how I feel and wanting to work on things with them, and then giving them the opportunity to work towards that, or if not, also to be okay and accept them for who they are and love them for who they are. I think a good way to communicate about this is using nonviolent communication, as far as that's all I know. That's what worked for me. I learned it from Marshall Rosenberg's book. My godfather recommended it to me, and I read it. And it's good to express your needs and your emotions, and express what you would like your significant other or close loved ones to do to fulfill that need and emotion, if they want to, and give them a choice, and also be okay with what choice they make. But at the end of the day, we all have needs and desires, right? And at the end of the day, we can whine and be tired and like, wah, I'm not okay, which is a valid point, but we can also be okay with having some days that are off, or days when you feel tired, or days when your needs and emotions, or like needs and what did I say? Needs and what the other word is, I forgot. Are not met. When your needs are not met, and be okay with that. This is life. This is life, right? We should not have all like work towards all this optimization. Like every day is the most beautiful way. Today I'm not socializing enough. I'm not eating healthy enough. I'm not blah 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 enough. Oh no, it's not my needs or my traumas, my everything. Bro, it gets just tiring after some time, just always thinking about your mental habits. For me, it's getting to a point where, okay, I understand all these mental habits, and they can keep coming back, and these traumas, and I have been working on them. I guess it's a long term. I should look at things long term, and be patient with myself. There is progress, but at the end of the day, all these things, I cannot really. I need help. I need help. I need help from God. The more that I try, I did my best, and I came to hit a wall, and I just need support. I need help. And it's hard when you cannot get that support from your closest ones, but it's also hard maybe to communicate about that. And that's what I want to work on, communicating my needs and desires more, my emotions and feelings, yeah. And also being okay with if they get met or not, the needs and desires and emotions, if I get them fulfilled or not, and work towards that with intention. And be more okay with things, how they come and go in my life. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Today was a good lesson. A little bit miserable, but I'm happy and grateful to see improvement, how fast I understand that these things are happening, how much more aware I am, and through awareness it comes and leaves quicker, so that's good. I'm happy about that. And yeah, that's maybe today this video is not the most concise and everything, but today was that kind of a day, like a weird day. And it's just funny, like how all this life thing with this thing we call life is whoop, whoop, it is, yeah, just funny. Whoops. Yeah, that's it. One more question. How about you guys? Have you ever had these kind of feelings, and have you ever had these kind of days when you want to rest and you like cannot rest, or you feel bad about resting like I do? Or like when you have your needs and desires not met, and how do you feel about that? Just like feeling more lonely in today's world, but also feeling bad for feeling lonely, or feeling, it's tough. I think it's challenging, and that's why I'm making these videos. I hope somebody can relate, at least even one person. If one person can relate, I'm gonna be happy. If not, at least I have somebody to talk to, like I have my camera, and my light bulb. That's it, guys. Thank you for watching again. Please let me know in the comments below. Okay, good night. See ya.